Man, this is my third time trying to do this live stream. And if it don't happen this time, then I just ain't gonna do it. But I done did 2 live streams already, just the third one. What's cracking to the people, man? I tried to start early just to get out here. It was nice out, you know what I mean? So now the sun is already out. So I'm still gonna try to just maintain my peace and try to just come out here and enjoy the live stream, see if I can get some friends in the house. It's been a rough start. It's been a very rough start getting started today. And I don't want to get discouraged. Ling Song Soon TV is in the house. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Good to see you again. Thank you for joining the live stream. Yeah, I like to be outside. You know what I mean? It's nice out. You know, and I got kind of comfortable sitting down here, just feeling the vibe. You know, and. To be honest with y'all, you know, I need more time. I need more time to myself. You know, I really ain't ready to come back and start over. You know what I mean? I need at least like 2 months. You know what I mean? What's up with you, Brett? Brett Glazo's in the house. What's up, Brett? I need about 2 months, man. Maybe 6 months. You know what I mean? A year even. You know what I mean? Like, I need some time. And it's just the social media for me, you know what I mean? Like to create a buzz and keep a buzz and, you know what I'm saying, maintain, the channel and staying active, you know what I mean? Like I'm so laid back. But I do want to say shout out to everybody yesterday, that came out for Pop's surprise party. Like he had a great time. I seen some family I ain't had a chance to see in a long time. And just to build with them. And, it was funny because I got a chance to talk to my cousin Jackie for a long time, and I ain't seen her in a while. And it was just good to talk to her. Some of the stuff we talked about, you know what I mean? But we was able to talk about life. And, it's just a blessing, man, that, we still got breath to breathe. I like to just, come out here on, we say, just... Mir, what's up, Just? How you been? You remember me, Merso? Just, what's going on with you, Just? I'm trying to think. I want to say you was in the Philippines, but then I could be lying because I think you was somewhere else too. You know what I mean? I don't really know, but I remember you though. Thank you for joining the live stream. Hope everybody's good. Hopefully we get somebody, come by. Don't mind talking. I'm just Joy Blogs is in the house. What's up, Joy? Joy still be out there, and I appreciate you guys joining me. Michi? Michi Tigerfield TV is in the house. Shout out to you. Look, she remembered me. I came by yesterday just for a second. Yeah. I appreciate the welcome. Thank you very much. 5 people in the house. I like that. It's something about the live stream that just made me feel good on it. Like I'm telling you, like there's some people out there, and let's see, been a while, brother. Have a good one. You too. You too, Just. I appreciate you, just stopping by, I didn't know if I was gonna even do one today just cause, the last 2, I think I came off really good. A good start and everything. It looked like it was gonna be fun. Both of them looked like they was gonna be fun. So to do this one, thanks for the visit to my live. Yeah, you ain't see me, but I still stopped in for a quick second. I was busy in what I was doing, but I still wanted to say hello because I seen. For me, it's always been something about live streamers. You know what I mean? Like I like people that do live content. Right there. We used to have these talks back in the day about, would you rather have the video, or would you rather have the live stream? For me, I just like being on live, regardless of what I look like or sound like, when I run it back and see something about myself, it really just blesses me. But what I was saying really early into the stream is that, man, I had a blessed day yesterday. I was on Facebook. I did a video. It was just a blessing because people shared my video or something from my page, you know what I mean? And by doing that, I was able to kind of touch on a higher platform, you know what I mean? And I probably am gonna get some people up in here from Las Vegas soon. Shout out to my boy Bird. Bird is in the house. Um, but I still need more time to just kind of, get myself going and have a direction to go. So, yo, hold on, Bird checked in with the hammer and the honey. I just, I just thought about that. Did I just hold on? Let me go back. Did Bird just check in with the hammer and the, he checked it. That's my boy right there, boy. Ellen Kitty Pie is in the house. What's going on with you, Ellen? I'm dead weak. Yeah, man. So I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the support. I'm smiling now, and I was discouraged. I was a little irritated, but man, I know that's part of live streaming. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna lose some content. You know what I mean? And have to delete some stuff. Like I'm gonna say some stuff right. You know what I mean? Say some stuff wrong. Um, it's just fun to me though, because I like to be on the spot with it, you know, try to stay on my toes, try to find something quick to say, quick comeback, you know, I just love it. It make me smile. Dez channel is in the house. What's going on with you, Dez? Look, Dez, remember me? They all highlighted. They all been here before, long time no see, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like y'all don't even know. Like I couldn't stay away for too long, but at the same time, I still need time. It's like I'm pushing myself. Like I jumped out here, on my birthday, and I'm like, damn, I gotta be here now. Like they expected me to clock in. Oh man, yeah. And it's good to see that, Bird, you still come around, man, and they know Bird, like, you know, y'all just good company to me, and I appreciate it. I really do. 9 people in the house, we starting to heat up. DJ Sunnyside Up is in the house. Peace and love from Japan. Japan is in the building. Well, he said, I'm out. How are you? He said, I'm okay. Yeah, man, I wanted to do this one because I'm gonna try to stay as long as I can because I don't know when I'm gonna be able to do the next one. You know what I mean? Like I need some time. I need a couple months, like seriously. But I think I'm gonna be saying this, and I'm still gonna be trying to find a way to do a video. I just want to make sure that I'm taking it slow, and I ain't trying to push myself so much at the beginning. You know what I mean? Because my cheeks been hurting in the back of my head from smiling so much. You know what I mean? Like, I can't endure that pain right now. It's just, I'd rather just keep a straight face, now I have to think so quick, you know what I mean? Like, it's hurting my brain just to try to, think of stuff to say and trying to be quick. And it's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's making my head hurt. I feel like it's gonna bust. Yeah, man. So, Koala is in the Koala is in the house, still dropping her content 3 at a time. If you guys want to hit up Koala, just make sure you're looking at the chat, and might want to see what she got. Now, I ain't gonna lie, back in the day, boy, she used to come through with old videos. So I ain't saying that it's fresh new content, you know what I mean? But, Koala is still showing support. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I needed to smile, I needed to laugh anyway, and that's the reason I come live. He said, my brain hurts also right now. Bird, I'm telling you, man, it's just, I need a brain massage, real talk, and I could use some extra attention just because, you know what I mean. I'm tired, this live streaming stuff, it take a lot of energy, just to keep that positive flow, you know what I mean? Like, boy, look here. I'm talking about it even hurts right here behind my ears. Like, it feel like I haven't worked these muscles in so long, you know what I mean? And for laughter to be the best medicine, like, oh Lord have mercy, boy. But you know what, man? Just the amount of support, man, has really pushed me to make me want to do as many videos as I can. And then because I got shared to a higher platform, like, yo, I'm talking about they checking in for everywhere now. And I'm just like, I'm just not ready, you know what I mean? And it's like, I've already been told in life, you need to be ready regardless if you're ready or not. Shout out to my man, Dick McGriffin, coming in the door. I see you. I'm telling you, they be coming from out of nowhere now. You know, I'm telling you, and if I can continue to stay on my live, you know what I mean. Like we gonna probably have some nice uh, content of people, you know what I mean, coming through. Like we gonna be able to come up with some stuff, you know what I mean, to entertain ourselves. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, to be honest with you. But I still need some more time, you know what I mean, just to kind of build with myself, you know what I mean, and just kind of chill, you know what I'm saying? How was your pop's birthday, man? He loved it. Like, it surprised him. He had a good time. I got a chance to chill with some family. I ain't seen in a long time, and, the funny thing is, like, people were seeing me on social media. People were seeing me on social media, and a lot of people just didn't know that I was out there like that. You know what I mean? Then a lot of people know I just been doing it for so long that they've been, encouraging me to keep doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody know that, I could talk, you know what I mean? Like, I could sit up there and have a conversation, whether I'm having one with you or myself. People learning that, you know what I mean? I can entertain myself. I make friends, you know what I'm saying? Friends receive me, you know what I'm saying? I receive people, you know what I mean? Like, most of the people that ever met me know that about me, you know what I mean? And it's just a beautiful feeling for me, you know what I mean, that I could just start a live and just try to create some type of sitcom for myself, you know what I mean? Rather it's just sitting at the park or what, like I still feel like I'm in the neighborhood. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm sitting here watching cars go by, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun to me, so that's the reason I'm here, and this is my third live stream today, and each one of them I had to delete. You know what I mean? I was saying, if I don't get this one done, then I just will not be doing one today. What if you're standing slash sitcom, a standing com? That, you know what I mean? Like, he's thinking. You see how he want to be different. That's something he thinking different. He thinking outside the box, not just keeping it right there, you know what I mean, where everybody else at, making everything so cliche. You feel me? Alpesh Ingo. That's my man right there in India, with the airplane. Shout out to you. Appreciate you coming back to the live stream, joining us again. So, I truly need just a couple more months, you know what I mean? Like, at least until like September, October, you know what I mean? We'll push it. We'll push to see maybe next year, you know what I mean? Like, but this social media stuff is not easy, Pam B. Pam B is in the house. I'm telling you, Pam B, it's not easy. Good morning to you. 11 people in the building. I hope y'all having a good day. Starting off fresh, you see me, I'm out here pushing myself to do something, trying to stay motivated. And, I know the content has been kind of weird, you know what I mean? But, it's just me practicing, you know what I mean? Practicing how to speak, you know what I mean? Kind of trying to build, some type of audience of people that, come back and check me out again. Some of y'all been here before, you know what I mean? Maybe we'll get some new people. But if we don't, it's still about me getting myself in order. Shout out again to Paul MC. He said, but the fruit of the Spirit is love. Come on, say that. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law. Galatians 5:22-23. I love that. That right there, like you making sure we eat, we hear something in the content to keep that. And I love people that could just, quote scripture or drop scripture, you know what I mean? And, you know, um, that's a blessing in the content, you know what I mean? That Christ is allowed to be in the room as well. If people acting like they self or being they self, you know what I mean? Um, it just made me feel good that people can throw scripture and feel like they comfortable enough to throw it, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't allow that at their channel. I do. And he put the whole scripture. I like that, to put the whole scripture so that people could read that. Do you feel it's necessary to go to church every Sunday? I would never say nothing bad about the church. I just won't. I'll never say nothing bad about the church. Christ loved the church. You know what I mean? There's nothing I could say to try to detour people away from the church. But is it necessary? It depends where you at in your walk. For me, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't no religious dude, and I ain't telling you need to be there every Sunday. But if you in office, you need to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, if you in leadership, if you in ministry, yeah, you need to be there every Sunday. I gotta just say that for real and mean it. You know what I mean? Like, look, man, the people depending on you, boy. When you put yourself in that position in ministry, boy, oh wait, I done been in ministry before. It's a responsibility there. Every day we rest in the Lord. Come on, see. See, I wasn't even gonna do this live stream, but see, he blessing me, you know what I mean? Because I need to hear that. You see what I'm saying? Like, he ministering to me. He ministering to us, you know what I mean? And that's what we do at the park. You might find something like that. Keep your eyes open. That's how I feel. That's the vibe right now, y'all. Yeah, so with 9 people in the house, not too many people are talkative. As the kid, they want the kid to do the talking. So, we're gonna try to get it done. 18 minutes in. I said I'd try to do as long as I could on this one because I ain't know, truthfully, when I was gonna do another live stream. I like to just sit back, get the stuff that I've been doing out the way and kind of continue to work on some of the stuff I was working on behind the scenes and make it easier for me to kind of do what I was doing. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of developed my own little zone, you know, um, just so I can, build with myself and get myself back in order, you know what I'm saying? Like, mentally, to get out here and be on social media, like, it take a lot, you know what I mean, to just gain attention, and I ain't really trying to get no attention. Like, I'd rather just, sit back and be incognito and not say much, you know. I guess the older I got, the wiser I got just on, living it, you know what I mean? Instead of saying it, now trying to live it, and just, I really just keep to myself. But with so much attention that I have been getting just in the last couple weeks, you know what I mean? It's like I gotta keep that buzz and just be here. And as long as I'm just here, you know what I mean? I ain't made no promises on anything, you know what I mean? I try to do as much as I can as far as making a video. Like, it's my time, you know? If no one watched you, would you still do these lives? I don't feel like people watch me like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, but it's the people for my live stream. you know what I mean? And then I like to go live, but if I didn't have the people, I probably wouldn't go live, you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be like when I first started. William checking in with the hammer and the 100, that's what I'm talking about right there. See, that bring back memories. It pushed me right there, William. Like, look, you didn't forget this time. Like, look, humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up. James 4:10. See, I like that. The whole scripture too. That that made me want to be here. I ain't gonna lie, because the scriptures, you know what I mean? Um, One day we ain't gonna have nothing to live with but nothing but the word that come from God's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? We gonna have to have that word. And I feel like just because he asked that about the church, you know what I mean? I want to kind of go there, that, you know, a lot of people have fell away from the church. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people have fell away from pastors and the teachers and the prophets. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people that have given the church a bad name, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the church is bad. Like, that's a place where people can go as a hospital, you know what I mean, and look for recovery. But they ain't supposed to stay. Get out and start going to minister. You know what I'm saying? Go get equipped in the church. You know, there's a lot that I could say, you know, and take that as a topic and go somewhere and everything. You know, but I think that in the last 3-4 years, I think that people have, I don't even want to say 3-4 years. I want to say about 3-4 years. People have faded away, just not trusting. It's so much church hurt. People been through so much in the church. You know what I mean? And then the reputation of these other churches in that false church, you know what I mean? Meaning, you know, the Catholic Church. I don't mean, look, I'll just giving my opinion, all right? The Catholic Church, you know what I mean? Like, giving people false teachings, you know what I mean, and making people think that this is like this, you know what I mean, where people go and man, you're gonna get me started. Go and confess to a man, you know what I mean, and I don't know. But anyway, what I'm saying is, you know, when it comes to the church, you know what I mean, people just don't go to church as much no more, you know what I mean, and like, you can't find, you know, those preachers or pastors that are actually influencing, you know what I mean, like men, you know what I mean, just men. You can't even find you an online pastor, you know what I mean, like, with a good word, a good message, you know what I mean, like, ever since they start speaking prosperity, you know what I mean, like what you can achieve here on this earth, you know, I think that man has fallen from their first love, and I can understand it and see it now, you know what I mean, and I'm not just saying that like I got it all together, because I definitely don't. Um, but I know some word, and I know enough word to keep me going. I seen that he said something though. He said, God does not reside in a building, he resides in you. Come on, that's good. Emmeline Lacidio is in the house. Shout out to you. I ain't seen you in a while. BS business, oh shucks. I go to pasture for milk and butter. I knew you was gonna come in here and say something that's just gonna be kind of hard to comprehend, you know, but we appreciate you being in the building. So yeah, with 9 people in the house, I'm 24 minutes in. I didn't really have nothing to say, you know what I mean? I just wanted to start it alive, you know, and see if we can get some people in the house. You know, I kind of been enjoying watching the last live that I did. You know, the time before that, like a couple of lives, I just been keeping up with them, and it just makes me look forward. You know what I mean, to what I need and what I need to say. So hopefully I'll get, you know, my feet wet and just stay wet. You know what I mean? No Diddy. Let me just change the way I said that. Just keep my feet wet, you know, and just keep going, you know what I mean? Just I got my toes in the water just a little bit. Like, I ain't putting my whole body in because I can't swim right now. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't think I'm ready, you know what I mean, to just get back out here on social media. Like it's just me been actually thinking about it to myself. Like I just don't know. I just don't know. Like it take a lot. It take a lot, and I just I just think I want to go back to doing what I was doing behind the scenes, because I was kind of able to take my time at it, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's gonna be beneficial to my live stream, you know, on the stuff that I would like to come out here and do and say, you know what I mean? But I think as far as my timing goes, you know what I mean? Like I really need like another 6 months to a year. D-Nell, Diddy likes to get wet too. Oh man, I knew I was setting myself up with a Diddy comment, but you know, it seemed like it was a lot of it seemed like it was a lot of Diddy talk when the trial first started, but it seemed like people had kind of slowly backed away from that. And it seems like there's something sneaky going on in this world, and I think that they use that Diddy trial to kind of keep people attention on that. You know what I mean? And I don't really think that's as real. You know what I mean? I think we all being deceived in a way, and um, I think something bigger going on, to be honest with you. But I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, so I'm out here, overthinking it. You know what I mean? But when I think about how I was watching the Diddy stuff and what was going on, you know what I mean? Now I'm starting to see and I'm starting to sense, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I think we need to stay on alert and keep our eyes open because, man, I heard something yesterday. I was like, yo, I don't know about this. I heard that it was like a fire or something, you know what I mean? And the firefighters went in and they got ambushed by some people. You know, and I didn't get too deep into the story because I was busy on what I was doing, but I kind of peeked in and it was like, whoa. And it was something else I had heard. I heard something else yesterday too, but I was around family and friends and I got a chance to actually um, have a lot of fun with them. Wisdom of the world is foolishness to God. That's the word. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna argue with you on that one, sir. That's the word. You see what I'm saying? That's why I tell him, yo, he can come back. We gonna make sure he good. Let me make sure he get the mod. Cause Paul, boy, look, you welcome up over here. Anybody speaking the word of God come through. Amen. Trib, the Wizards is behind the curtain. You know, I don't want to sound like no conspiracy theorist, and I ain't really putting it all together, but I could tell you, boy, something ain't right. Something ain't. So yeah, I got 10 people, steady 10. You know, thank you guys for joining and hanging out. I'm 28 minutes in. I'm gonna try to do an hour, maybe an hour and a half. You know what I mean? And if we get a little fun back around the hour mark, you know what I mean, I might stay for 2 hours, you know what I mean, depending on, what we on, what we talk about. But like I say, man, I'm actually gonna probably have a lot more traction, man, because I was shared on different platforms, you know what I mean? And actually, we might get some people. Let's see, if you could meet someone from the Bible, which one would you meet? That's a good question. I think if you know me, you probably would think like he probably would think Moses, and that's probably what it'd be for me, like Moses. Like where he led the people on. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the people. You know what I mean? Like Moses loved the people, and just for God to put him on that mountain. You know what I mean? And for him to ever just be able to, feel the presence of God, like. You know what I mean? Like this, he was there to, you know, um, to get the 10 Commandments, and he he a burning bush spoke to him. You know what I mean? Like he had to act, he had a chance to actually see the signs and miracles when 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 they was led by fire by night and what is it, fire by night and cloud by day. You know what I mean? Like he had the chance to see the power of God. You know, a well-read Bible is a sign of a well-fed soul. So I wish I really could, you know what I mean, like overpower my flesh to read more and get more into the word and just, you know what I mean, be able to meditate in the word night and day. You know, that's why I tell people, like, I ain't ready to get out here in front of the people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be that. I need to get into the word. I need the word to consume me, you know what I mean? And just have that fire for God, like, you know what I mean? Like, then I can get out here with a message, you know what I mean? But I guess like I guess I feel like another person would feel the same way I feel, you know what I'm saying, that when you live with conviction, you know what I mean, or humility, you know what I mean, to get out there and you know what I mean, try to reach people, you know what I mean, and you ain't actually living right, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is your purpose? Shout out to Bird, I appreciate you. He said still here. I appreciate you, man. Um, but see, it's people all over the world I done met, you know what I'm saying, that do believe, you know what I mean? And it's just, you know, like a person like Bird, you know what I mean? Like you wouldn't know what he know. You know what I mean? Like I don't even know everything he know, but what he know, like he know the truth. You know what I mean? This I know. You know what I mean? Just because I've had a chance to, you know what I'm saying, experience some things with him. You know what I mean? To know that he know the truth and that he called to a high purpose, you know what I mean? And I know this because I've been around him, you know what I'm saying? Like God connected me to him, you know what I mean? And we good, you know what I mean? Like that's my brother, you know what I mean? Like yeah, Bird is the word. Bird know the word. And see, and that's the thing, like Bird, like me, you know what I'm saying? Like we one of these people, we know something, and then it's like, you know, are you actually doing what God wants you to do right now? You know what I mean? And you know, we get so caught up in our life and every day, you know what I mean, that it's hard for us to die to ourselves to actually do these things, you know what I mean? But for me, I used to feel like I was doing somewhat of my call, or somewhat of my purpose with my own platform. You know what I'm saying? Like I could say what I want. You know, I could say it how I want to say it. You know, I could mean it. You know what I mean? And you know, I just knew one day somebody gonna hear me. You know what I mean? Especially when you going through a time in this life. You know what I mean? Like we did before with the pandemic and stuff like that. Like I need me a spot that I could say something. When something like that break out, oh yeah. That's when D-Nail gotta talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna speak with the people. I'm not gonna speak for the people. I'm gonna speak with the people. You know what I'm saying? And I can't just do that. You know what I mean? If I ain't operational and my channel ain't going, and then I ain't speaking clear, I ain't saying nothing, I ain't got no message. You know what I mean? I'm just winging it, you know what I mean? But that's usually how I do my live anyway, so it really don't matter where I do my live, you know what I mean, or who's around. Like I know how to be myself. And that's the thing that I love about this. Is I ain't gotta be nothing else. I ain't gotta come out here every day with some theme. I gotta have no theme music. I ain't gotta do all that, you know what I'm saying? Come out here, be me. See who gonna be here. All you gotta do is sit on the live. Sit. I sit here. Who gonna come through? Somebody come through. What up? You know what I mean? Like, they be happy to see me. You know what I mean? Like, yo, he back. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But I would love to be able to just be here at a regular basis, but I can't be on no schedule. You know what I'm saying? I can't plan it. You know what I mean? I ain't never did that with any video I ever done. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna be here tomorrow at 7. D, what do you think? What do you think? We come back and watch you. Why do you? Cause y'all ain't got nothing else to watch. Look, y'all bored, you know what I mean? You ain't got nothing on TV. You know what I mean? Like most of the content creators you are around, they ain't got no personality. They ain't got nothing to say. Like they just be on the live stream, just sitting there. They ain't got nothing to say. You know what I mean? Look, he's speaking the truth. Like I'm telling you, man. Like look. People be bored. And see, you in Japan, I know you ain't got nothing to watch out there. So none of that stuff seems interesting to me. You know what I mean? And this is like, talent. Like people don't cherish talent these days. You know what I mean? Of what actually entertain people. Like, look, how many friends you got out there? You know what I mean? Entertain you. I'm just saying. Pan B, she's saying, "What's up, the bird?" So yeah, man, 11 people in the house. See, and I be thinking, well, my content ain't gonna be good enough. You know what I mean? But then actually, I'll be knowing that they ain't really got nothing to watch and none of that stuff. And then when I watch it back, I look at what am I sending these people to watch? You know what I mean? And I think it's enough to keep people engaged. I think it is. You know what I mean? Even if I ain't saying nothing, I ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? I'm live. What do you expect out of a live stream? You know what I mean? So if I was actually sitting down podcasting and trying to, keep up with, the world and everything that they talking about, you know what I'm saying, then I would be following their trends. I've been one to always start my own trend. You know what I mean? And by me being a trendsetter, I try to think outside my box. I try to be inside my box, but think outside it. You know what I'm saying? Because inside my box, I'm I'm cool with just that space for me. You know what I mean? That I don't like to invite everybody into that box. You know what I mean? But outside that box where I'm thinking, all y'all is invited. You feel what I'm saying? I hope that you get that, because I got that one. That was a good one, D-Nell. Still here. Michi, Tiger, feel too. Look, Michi, I got my granddaughter in karate now. You know what I mean? I just say that because Michi, boy, look, she get out here, boy, and hi you. So with 9 people in the house, I don't know how I can keep people entertained, too much, but I've been blessed out here on this channel, and then, I'm thinking, okay, if you can just give me till September to get some things in order and make space for this, you know what I mean? I could probably come back with more of the gaming, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I ain't no gamer, I ain't all the way good. At least I can get on the live shit and just, that's easy content to me to just sit there and chill with people, you know what I mean? But it's gonna start a whole new audience of younger people and stuff like that, you know what I mean? And then they're gonna be on the game trying to challenge me and threaten me and telling me how they beat me up, you know what I mean, on the game, because I'm too old to be trying to keep up with the youngsters. So I was thinking I'm still gonna get that going, you know what I mean? So if you are subscribed to the Tribulation Gamers, you know what I mean, September sometime, the new 2K come out, you know what I mean? And I feel like, okay, yeah, I'll come out there and I'll just be playing that, you know what I mean? And, come over here. I'm not ready to come on this channel for another 6 months to a year. You know what I mean? Just as far as production, as far as time, as far as the things I want to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still in the process of creating something to in my little box. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still in my box. Like, I still need time to myself to do some healing, to do some, spiritual cleansing. Like, I'm trying to get right. You know what I mean? So when I see you guys here and I see what Paul is in the chat saying, like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, there has to be a certain kind of way I have to be to face the people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still getting myself together, is all I'm saying. Let me see what he said. He said, neither shall they say, hear, no, lo, or behold, the kingdom of God is within you. That's a good scripture. That's a good one. What game you want to play? I'm gonna play the 2K, and then, you know what I mean, like next year sometime when the GTA, get back out here, you know what I mean, like everybody gonna be on it, but why not build an audience of people for when I do be on it? You know what I'm saying? Like, most of my people is just they friends, like they come through, you know what I mean? They'll hang out, you know what I mean, and you can see people don't have nothing to do, you know what I mean? So it's like, look, you tell me, what do you do? You know what I mean? What keeps you going? Uh, Tedio, Tulane, welcome to the live stream. BDBGP is in the house. How you feeling? How you living? Got you. Why you laughing at the way I said your name? Did I say it right? It's today. Wait, what did I say? Tadidio? Shucks, I don't know. I don't be meaning to mess up y'all name, cause look, I know that's your channel and stuff, and that's your brand and everything. Like, look, I got a pronunciation problem. I ain't gonna lie. In a building, I can't say it. You know what I mean? Like my pronunciation. Like I already got bad English. You gonna make it worse? DJS, okay, Sunnyside, Larry Bird, yeah, BD saying what's happening, y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm still practicing, man. Still trying to get going. I ain't making no promises, man. But I just like today, I almost didn't do this live stream, and I was saying to myself, if I don't do this live stream, I really don't know the next time I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like I just cause right now I already need a week. You know what I mean? Just to myself to do some things, take care of some things, and then I just need a month because I already see some things ahead I gotta take care of. Then I see some things, a couple months. That's why I said I probably need like 6 months. You know what I mean? Like y'all actually, yo, it's a blessing that I'm here. I'm serious because it was a chance I wasn't gonna come back. You know what I mean? Like I just social media, man. Like y'all just don't. I don't like it. I just don't. Since you live in Vegas, do you? See, you be asking them personal joints. Yeah, I done gambled my whole life. Lord, ask Trips, boss. I'm gonna make sure Trips clocks in every day. Oh man, see, he ready to get me to jump on a stream, and then he want me to be honest about stuff. You know what I mean? Like with producers and stuff, and doing. I ain't ready for social media, you guys. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean? Like it take a lot. It take a lot. I just ain't ready for it. And then I got some friends checking in, like some new friends too. Like, he back out here, let me come over here and see. And to see it ain't nothing on TV. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, we can get out here and bust them right now, boy. Anybody that's willing to get out here and speak, like we can make something new. We can come get them. Look, I'm gonna dock your paycheck if you 15 minutes late. See, and then you got the whole like underground hip hop up and coming. Um, I don't want to use the word audience, like you, but that's what it is. Like you got that audience, you know what I mean? And boy, man, so I was thinking if I should say some stuff about Famer 2 again today, you know what I mean? Because yesterday I said some stuff about him, but I did go to his live stream again yesterday, and it's just something about him that it's just bothering me, you know what I'm saying? But because he a content creator out here on these streets, I want to be respectful, but it's just I don't like the way he treat the people, you know what I'm saying? I don't like the way he talking to the people. I don't like the way Sonny always on time. That's why he getting promoted. Yeah, Sonny good peoples, man. 11, 11 people in the house. I got some family checking in behind the scenes. Like it's some people been watching. You know what I mean? Like they might not comment yet. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, like my Facebook buzz is actually working, and I ain't ready to be consistent on Facebook. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I was thinking about it, like man, that's a whole different audience. These is people that I know and that know me, and then these local people, you know what I mean? It's just like, yo, I got to get out here. But then it's like, oh, once I get on the live, I'm like, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. Oh, boy, look, we made it, mama. Nah, shucks. But I could tell you, like, my brother shared me out yesterday, you know what I mean? And that was surprising to me. And I even had to tell him, like, thank you, for sharing me. You know what I mean? For him to put me on his page, even if it was a birthday shout out, you know what I'm saying? Like, people refer back to my page, you know what I mean? And my sister shared me out, you know what I'm saying? My daughter shared me out. I had a cousin she shared me out, you know what I mean? And yeah, it was all, you know what I mean, just to bless my dad and say happy birthday. But it's just, you know what I mean, when they allow me to on their page, you know what I mean, like they open it up that people go and check who is he. You know what I mean? Like I ain't heard from him in a long time, or that's how I can get in contact with him. You know what I mean? Like Facebook is actually the way, you know what I mean, to actually broaden our audience, you know what I mean, just from the amount of people I know, you know what I mean, locally, you know, just locally, like the people that's here where I'm at, you know what I mean, like I already know a lot of people. And it's people I met inside the church, it's people I met outside the church, it's people I met, you know, man, school, you know what I mean, like I got some homeboys, you know, some homegirls, you know, I got a lot of friends. So now it's just like, you know, I done got myself out here and put myself in this position where I gotta get out here and start doing live streams because people look for me. You know what I mean? Like when I used to do live streams on this channel, people used to message me like, "Can you go live?" They ain't got nothing to do. You know what I mean? And I got 13 people in the house. You know, but people bored, you know what I mean? Like, what do you really watch these days? What's encouraging you? What's motivating you? Like, people don't even look at stuff to motivate them no more. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't going out there to try to listen to a dude that's out here, you know, preaching and trying to inspire and, you know what I'm saying, lift people up. Like you just don't. And it's not that people are negative, you know what I mean? It's just that positivity, like it's hard to keep that for anybody, you know what I mean? And I know, cause I'm one of them people too, like, man, you always happy. Man, you know what I mean? But some people are like that. Like I know some people that's always happy. And you know what I mean? Even though they be happy, you know what I mean? So, 14 people in the house. We starting to build up. I'm gonna try to stay as long as I can, but I truthfully don't know, you know, when I'm gonna do my next live stream. I second that. People really don't want to see others happy. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, BDB. That's the truth. Like, and it sucks because I don't wish bad on nobody. I want to see everybody happy. You know what I'm saying? I want to see everybody smiling. Like, you ever seen somebody really going through something that's hurting? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, that's why I like to make the videos. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, somebody out there can hear that, you know what I mean? And be like, damn, it's somebody out there want to be positive. Let me go be around these positive people. You know what I mean? But I was told when I started my channel a long time ago, man, you get out there and try to be positive, man, you ain't gonna get no support. You know, and it's funny because I started going out here getting my own support. I couldn't go find people I knew. And these is the ones I'm saying that might start showing up now. You know how long I've been making videos talk about they gonna show up? Yo, you know how long I've been trying to get my audience on Facebook to come over here and mess with me on YouTube? It's either they gonna watch YouTube or they gonna watch Facebook. But the Facebook people, they will never come over here and just hang out with YouTubers. But that's why when I see, because I actually really started live streaming on my page. You know what I mean? So that's why I say people already know me from just doing that. Well, I got to the point where it's like I didn't like that I could see who watching me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, look, it made me nervous. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start me a channel. So I started this channel, and when I started it, you know what I mean? I knew people wasn't over here, but I was like, I'm gonna get me a bunch of videos just because, you know what I mean? And I wasn't sharing them to my Facebook page, you know what I mean? But people knew who I was, you know, and I was like, well, when I get this channel going, then I'll go back and try to get them people. But they still ain't came. So now it's like, okay, I gave myself another buzz just because it was my birthday. You know what I mean? I knew people that they'll be watching my page, they'll be seeing. So I took advantage of it. Like, all right, well, since they seen it, I'm about to jump back out here and get back on YouTube. You know what I mean? And send them up over here. I still had the same mentality I had from day one. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's genius. That's so funny to me, boy. Only because because I'm like in the beginning stages of watching my old videos, and I could just see how I used to act back then, trying to get them over here. But I always felt like, you know what I mean, like I had to get myself right for the people. Like when they come, like, boy, I want God to use me in a major way. Boy, I want God to use me in a major way, boy. And I started coming out here and I started meeting people. I started getting comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Started doing community stuff and stuff. I felt like my message changed. I was like, oh no, shucks. Then I started looking like I started doing other stuff. Then it started getting discombobulated. Like, look, I've been trying to build a platform only because it's gonna get to a place in life where we're gonna have to get out here and speak. And I don't wanna be trying to rush to get on somebody else's platform and they ain't gonna let me speak. Or let me speak as long as I wanna speak. I said, I'll just go ahead and start my own. I don't want to wait in line to say something. That's just real, you know what I mean? And then with the Bible say that we're going to have to stand before governors and kings and, you know what I mean? And don't worry about what to say. He going to use our mouth. Boy, look here. It's some stuff I'm still believing, you know what I'm saying? It's some stuff I'm still waiting to see, you know what I mean? Like, I've been here. I've been living long enough to know there's coming a time, and I want to be ready for that time. So that's why I'm just saying I don't really have the time for myself. Like I'm watching some things out here. You know what I mean? I'm keeping an eye on what's going on in life and in my life. You know what I mean? Like I need to make sure I'm lined up to him. Didn't you just hear me talk about judgment the other day? Like, boy, I need to make sure I'm good. You know what I mean? So Lord, let me go ahead and repent here. You know what I mean? Get it right here. Get it right now. You know what I mean? Because if he don't give us enough time, in the end, he gave you all the time in the world. So that's just me speaking my mind, you know what I mean? And we got 6 people in the house. It been jumping up and down, you know what I mean? But even though these people is here, they ain't saying nothing. 8 people in the house. I appreciate y'all. I'm 52 minutes in. I'm actually at the end of my live stream, but I don't have to go nowhere. I can just keep on talking. I can just keep on going. And that's what I like about this. Like, can't nobody cut me off. You know what I'm saying? Tell me stop. You know, or just continue to just, you know what I mean, talk over me. You know what I mean? Or not let me speak. You know, I wanted to be in a position where I could speak. You know, I want to speak about the stuff going on in the world. I want to go against the grain. You know, I want to tell them no. When they tell us that it's a mandate, we have to. I want to say no. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the one to get out here and say it out loud. You know what I mean? And it's going to be somebody behind me. I feel that way. You know, so may not agree with everything you do. You may not agree with everything I do. You know what I mean? But I'm out here to try to, you know, find a common ground that we can actually build. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to tear down nothing. You know, I feel like I've already had a foundation of stuff I've already built out here. You know what I mean? Whether it's my old videos or the stuff I was doing before I made this channel. You know what I mean? Or on Facebook or with Dougie Life Entertainment, with All of Us TV. You know what I mean? Or with any other big YouTuber or somebody I've ever done work with or made content with. You know what I mean? Like I have actually had my chance to be on social media, and I know what it takes. It takes a lot, you know what I mean? And for me, I don't know if I have that type of energy. You know what I mean? Like I'm not one that has to have attention or fame. You know what I mean? Like that just don't make me happy. You know what I'm saying? And if I ain't got no message, if I ain't speaking clear, if I ain't, you know, touching somebody or, you know what I'm saying, using my influence, you know, in a major way, you know what I mean, then I can't do it. You know, I just can't. People mean a lot to me, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't want to hurt them, you know what I'm saying? And with this, you can play with the people's emotions. You know what I mean? Like you could really play with them, you know what I mean? And I ain't the one to manipulate or to, bewitch my people. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't finna bewitch you. You know, it's just I care about my folks too much, you know. So I have an opportunity to come out here and just let the people know I'm good, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, to let me know if you okay, you know, and we just move, you know what I mean, to what life is supposed to be, you know, like, you know, if God has put me here to entertain his people, you know what I'm saying, I want to make sure that I treat his people correctly. You know, I can't be out here um, disrespecting his people or his creation. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to um, walk into the way of God that I know I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Sealed until the day of redemption. It's some stuff I'm believing. It's some stuff I ain't gonna stop believing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, time don't change what I believe. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna be out here pushing my beliefs on people, trying to teach them something or trying to change them. You know what I'm saying? Like what God does to you, he does. You know what I'm saying? He can change you. Sometimes you ain't even strong enough to do something for yourself. Like God is almighty. He's everything. You know what I'm saying? He's omnipotent. He's, just all knowing. You know what I mean? Like it ain't nothing you can't hide from him. You know what I mean? It's like I ain't hiding it from him. I ain't hiding nothing from him. You know, he know me. You know, he know my life before it happened. You know what I'm saying? Or anything. Um, like he sees it. You know what I'm saying? Before I do. You know what I mean? Like I've already made that choice before the foundation of the world. You know, it's some things that still stick in my memory, you know what I mean, of the stuff I was taught or led to believe, you know what I'm saying, that I just can't stop believing it. You know what I mean? I believe that we need to look up. Look, how are you? I'm good, JH556. Heather is in the building. Shout out to you and Jesse. I think that's what you were trying to tell me the other day. Like, Jesse is the, you know what I mean? So shout out to you and Jesse. So yeah, I'm having a good day. You know, I started off bad. This is my third live stream today. You know, my third try. You know, and this one I said, okay, if I get it done, then good. But if I don't get it done, I'm not doing another one. You know, and I actually need some time just to heal. You know what I mean? Like to get that medicine with the food. Like I need to be fed, spoon fed, especially when it comes to the word. You know, like I need to be in his presence, just like he was talking about earlier. He said, yes, Heather and Jesse. Yeah, I figured that's what you was trying to say. You know, it feel good to kind of know that I did remember though, without you having to tell me though, because at first I was like, man, it's real foggy out here. But some of the stuff is starting to come back to my memory, you know what I mean? And getting used to how to speak, you know, and getting comfortable on it. It's not like you can just, you know, get back on the bike after you fall off, or you know what I mean, or you know, you gonna learn how to ride forever. You know what I mean? Like you really got to get out there and practice and get used to being there. You know what I mean? And I think as soon as I get used to being here, then I'm gonna have to take time off again. You know what I mean? So to just let people know, like I can't really promise you, like when I'm gonna come back, like I just want to appreciate this live stream, you know what I mean? Because I don't even know when the next one gonna be. You know, it might be a week, might be 2 weeks, might be a month, you know, and I done got out here getting people to believe that I'm gonna be here, you know, on a regular basis. Like I definitely don't know, you know what I mean? But I don't mind just setting up my live stream like right here because I've been really comfortable at doing it right where I am with the background I have or just, you know what I mean, the space and the opportunity to just speak and doesn't nobody bother me over here. So um, I want to give you something better, you know what I mean, take you somewhere and all the rest of that. But it's like I'm just so busy with life, you know, that I really don't have time. So I'm trying to make time just to be around my peoples. Like it feel good to see y'all. Like I love the people. You know what I'm saying? And when I say the people, that's everybody. You know what I'm saying? We are the people. You know what I mean? And I grew up in an era of, you know, just powerful people that wasn't scared to speak, you know what I mean? And they had a strong voice, you know what I mean? And I feel like all of us got a voice, you know what I mean? But we eventually gonna go through something together, you know what I mean? And I wanna have my live stream together, um, just in case we face another pandemic, you know, or we face another 9/11, or, you know what I mean? Just what's next, you know, like we don't know, you know, but I need to have my communication set up. I need to get my headquarters together, just because, you know, what we gonna do when people turn to zombies and stuff? Like they said it was gonna be a zombie apocalypse, like the apocalypse, and then like the war of Armageddon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I believe some things, you know what I mean? Like, I want to see, you know what I mean? Like, as long as I believe in the Bible and believe in these things, like, I want to see, you know what I mean? So I want to make sure that I have my life right, though. Because, boy, you don't want to, you got to be careful what you wish for. You want to see some stuff. Now, you want to see God, and you better be ready. Because if you ain't ready, boy, depart from me. You don't want that. I want to hear, you know, well done. You know, that's something I always wish to hear. Well done. Like, you have a hard time. I pray constantly. And then she said, well, it's good to see that when you're able to be here. I miss you. Was glad to see you. Was very worried about you. Well, you know, I kind of just like stopped abrupt. You know what I mean? And I could honestly say that. And that's why I say you could play with the people's emotion. You know what I mean? Like, I've done that before. You know what I mean? Just on social media. Like, I get to a point where it's just like I just don't want to be on social media. I don't want to be seen. I just, you know what I'm saying? And I used to do live streaming with this dude I met on Facebook, right? He's a comedian, you know, his name is Dougie. And somehow, you know what I'm saying, he asked me to host with him and actually start live streaming with him. And I was like, cool, you know, so I would pick people out of the lineup of people that he would find, and I would find these people. And I actually was trying to get him on YouTube at the time because I already was doing YouTube with somebody else. And when he came on to YouTube, you know what I mean, I was helping him, you know, with his channel and everything. Like, we was doing something. Like, we had a cast of people, and we was gonna try to make it like a Wildin' Out or In Living Color. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was working with comedians, like funny people. Like, they were really funny to me, you know what I mean? And he asked me to host. So once we got to work with each other on YouTube and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I started to build an audience then with his audience as well. And we all had, you know what I mean, our own little departments of what we was doing for the brand of what we was doing. You know what I mean? It was Dougie Life Entertainment. Like, we was working with him because he was the personality. Well, make a long story short, we kind of divided, the group divided, and half the group went with him and half of the group went with me, and I created my own channel, All of Us TV. You know what I'm saying? So I had people then, you know what I mean? And, you know, you go through some things in life, you know what I mean? And I can honestly say, it was just one of them days I just didn't want to be on social media no more. You know what I mean? Like, it take a lot of energy. It takes a lot. Like, spiritually, like, you really got to be prepared out here. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? You got to be really prayed up out here because you come across all kinds of spirits, you know what I mean, of people. And I'm just gonna keep it real, you know, but I actually stopped in, you know what I mean, and people was looking for me for a long time, you know what I mean. So when I started the Tribulation Kidz later on, I was actually on a server, and I used to tell people, like, man, they used to say, you should go out there and you should do that. You should start a live stream. You should do that, you know what I mean? Because people used to see that I don't mind talking. I can meet people very easy. So, and there's some people here that's from that server, you know what I mean? And there's some people here that's from Dougie Life Entertainment, from All of Us TV. It's people here, you know what I mean? Like, they're already here. They've already checked in. I've already seen them. Like, they'll probably check in again. It's some friends from my Facebook. They already here. People are here. It's just me getting out here, continuing to do it. And will I quit it abruptly again? Like, no. That's why I'm telling you guys as I go to let you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as the consistency goes, it's not the point or the time of my life. But as far as making videos, as far as getting my channel operational, as far as me setting up the line of communications and getting back comfortable with doing it, I'll be doing that. But I still was doing stuff behind the scenes that I actually was enjoying doing because it was giving me a chance to package the stuff the way I want to, organize some stuff, get my life in order with some things, you know what I'm saying? Just get everything in order where it's not stressing me out, because once I start going live, I can't do nothing but go live. I'm live, I'm live, I'm live every minute. I have to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm addicted to more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta have more, 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 more. And that's not good for me. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, like this take a lot to do. You know, that confidence, that boldness. You know what I'm saying? Being able to stand out there, you know, in front of people. You know what I mean? Like, if I was an actor, if I was a comedian, if I was anything to do with entertainment, like, it got to be hard for them because they still go through stuff in life and they still got to maintain their stuff. I had asked Abandon about you a while back. Very glad you're good. Don't stress yourself out. Take care of yourself. Yeah. But I don't know if it's inspiring me or if it's motivating me or if it's sending me out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I watch content creators. Like, I don't watch television. Like, I started watching television like 10, 12 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, that's not hard, you know, for me to actually not do. I don't listen to the radio. Like, it ain't really nothing that's really entertaining to me as far as radio goes. You know, I can't be one to just watch movies, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not, it don't feed me, you know what I mean? Like, dopamine, like, I need a little bit of that. But what I'm saying is, you know, I I am not entertained by nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody could just sit up there and just keep my interest really quick. You know what I mean? Like, when I watch myself, I can keep myself entertained. I can watch myself. I can actually see me. You know what I mean? And I don't know why it's like that for me, but I'm like happy that it's like that because it doesn't have me fixed somewhere else, you know what I'm saying, for something that I see I could do. Like, I see these other content creators do what I could do, and they're very successful at doing it. I just needed to make sure. I felt like something was walking up on me, I ain't gonna lie. I needed to make sure I was good. I seen it. Shucks. It just felt like it was a little close. Like, I could hear it, you know what I mean? Like, hold on. But anyway, but that's how I feel, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't nothing that catches my interest, you know what I mean? Like, but when I watch my videos back, you know, I'm actually looking at it like that's exciting to me. It's fun to me, you know what I mean? Like, look at him, you know what I mean? He laughing at certain things. Like, this is happening right now, this very minute, you know what I mean? So, I'm looking at other content creators saying that I could do that too. And then I'm thinking, I have a channel, but I need to get out here and start working on my channel, you know what I mean, to actually get more people here. But I've been working on the other idea of what I wanted to do with it, you know what I mean? And that stuff right there is important to me because I felt like I wanted to be out here with that. And if I can't have that, then, you know what I mean, I need to make sure I get that and then come back with it. Look, I watch DVDs, but I watch DVDs, but my best friend set up the YouTube TV so I could watch Shark Week, yay. I'm here at my family's ranch, both my parents in their 70s now, and I'm worried about it all. Don't be worried, don't be worried. You know, I had this conversation yesterday, actually, and World Tours, BK is in the house. Hello, bro, how you doing? I'm good, good to see you. World Tours is in the house. I when it comes to death or anything with a person in life, you know what I'm saying? my main thing. I told my cousin yesterday, as long as I knew that person believed in Jesus before then, it don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one thing. You know what I mean? As long as you believe, man, let life work itself out to do what it's supposed to do. You know what I mean? And just make sure you believe. And I have no other simple way to put that. You know what I mean? And it feel good to say it like that because that's how I feel about death. You know what I'm saying? At least I knew that they believed in Jesus. I, I, I just gotta keep it real, you know. But age, you know what I mean, is something that is a part of life. You know what I mean, like the oldest people will outlive the youngest people. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know how that works. You know what I mean? And health is very important. So to actually just have all your working limbs and everything like that in order, or your family, you know what I mean? Like that's a beautiful feeling, you know what I'm saying? To see them not struggling. But when you're seeing people struggle with certain things, you know what I mean? It's hard, you know? So I don't really want to get too deep into that because I struggle with that too, Heather. You know, just as far as age goes, and I'm not gonna say, you know, I'm just gonna say relatives and people like family, friends. You know what I'm saying? Like it does, you know what I mean? But I think I kind of I'm just a different way when it comes to certain things. You know what I mean? From living through the stuff I've been through, it's just hard. My sister is across the country. I'm by myself here, and all my animals, all the cattle here. So at least you got some cattle. Look, um, I could tell you how to take care of no animals and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, dang, I feel like we really talking scripture right now. Like, we talking Bible right now. When we talking animals, you know what I mean? It like, first thing it did made me think about Noah, you know what I mean? Like, the boat, like, I don't know if it's a sign or what. Well, we was talking about Moses, now we talking about Noah. Uh, um, Yo, to be around family is beautiful. You know what I mean? And to be away from, you know, or to be away from something precious, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard. It's hard. Um, I know that, you know what I mean? And for me, I feel like God knows the desires of my heart. And I never felt like everything on this earth was for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as I get my purpose done and did what I was supposed to do for him, he gonna fill my desires in the end. You know what I'm saying? Like, he know me. Y'all don't know me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know myself, but he know me. You know, and I just think just my belief, like not to press my beliefs on anybody or anything like that. You know, I think I just needed to hear that for myself because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like as long as I get out here and do something for the glory of God, in the end, my life will be completed. You know what I mean? Like my life won't be complete here. You know what I mean? Like I'm incomplete about a lot of things. You know, and if I give it some time, you know, God gonna show me some things. You know, I just gotta just take my time. Joe Snow Gaming, how you doing? Tribulation, I see you. Hello, how you been, Joe Snow? Am I saying that right? Like, I know I used to trip about that, trying to say your name correctly. I hope I said it right. What she said? She said, I got a 20-year-old dog and a 19-year-old too, and 5 cats and old, and oh, see, I'm gonna be real with you, like them animals and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, see, certain people got hearts. You know what I mean? For them animals, boy, and you know, I just want to be respectful in that. You know what I mean? Cause we had this one dog. You know what I mean? But the dog used to think he was in control of everything. And I'm telling you, boy, I'm freaking good. Yes, you said correctly. Did I? So it's Jay Snow then. Yeah, okay. Yeah, how you been? You know, good to see you again. Man, thank you for joining my live stream. I'm telling you, man, it's just if I was here and I could just be here, like I'm telling you, we could have a lot of fun. and get a lot of people in the house, but I want to have something for y'all to do. You know what I mean? So you can call me Snow. Okay, cool, Snow. I try to remember that. You doing good? That's cool. Thank you for joining. You know, I I've been out here for a couple weeks now. You know, and it's been tough. It's been tough, but you know, getting here has been the hardest part. You know what I mean? Once I'm there, I'm okay. You know what I mean? But it's taken a lot to get here, you know, and I ain't gonna lie. Like right now, like I'm way over my time. Like I really need to cut the live stream, but I just don't want to, because I've been enjoying it. You know, this is um, probably gonna be my last video for just a little bit, you know, until I get some things together. You know what I mean? Like I got a lot going on, and I don't want to just keep telling y'all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm complaining or um, you know, I just don't want nobody to just, you know, um, expect a lot of me, you know what I'm saying, or from me, you know what I mean, especially with coming to my channel and live streaming. Like I really don't have, you know, just a lot of time right now. But in the next month or two, you know what I'm saying, like I should have more time. Not saying that I'm gonna have all the time in the world then either, you know what I mean? Like I'm really just getting myself in order. So um, you know, it feel good to be here to see the ones I've seen, and you know, it's a lot of other people I haven't seen in a long time. You know what I mean? And I'm sure a couple people watching the videos back. You know what I mean? And some of them tried to come, but they just can't make it. You know what I mean? Or some still in the background. It's refreshing to hear you, D. Now, I like your motivation, man. See, that's the thing. When you say stuff like that, it's like, damn, man, like I gotta be here for people like that, you know what I mean? Cause I know William, you know what I mean? Like, you know, for him to say that, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm pushing William, you know what I'm saying? Like he's seeing me out here pushing myself. Like he seen me, you know what I mean? Like he remember me, you know, and he's still playing his position as when, you know, it was, you know, so that jump be making it hard for me. Like, yo, like just to try to take a little bit of time for myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm wounded. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in this game for so long. You know what I'm saying? That it's like it's hard to walk away. It's been hard to walk away for years. You know what I mean? But y'all is the one that's making me good. Heather, I'm gonna keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Seeing y'all and, you know, hearing how y'all, you know, just uplifting me, you know what I mean, and encouraging me. I was discouraged before I started this video, like, man, I ain't gonna do this video. But I've been getting, you know, just a steady amount of people just coming in and it's flowing, you know what I mean? And people remember me out here, you know, like, this is my stomping grounds, you know what I mean? This is like, they recognize me in this city, you know, and it's hard for me to walk away from these streets. Like, it's so hard for me to walk away, but I just need more time, you know what I mean? And if I can get the time, then, you know, hopefully, you know, it'll be worthwhile, you know, that when I come back, I'm gonna be 100%, you know, but I feel like I'm only like 30%. I'm gonna be honest with you, like 25%, 27%. You know what I mean? But I feel like, but I at least owe that to my peoples to let them know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't 100%, you know, until I get 100%, you know, and I can actually just give y'all, you know, just some real content, not just about me, you know what I'm saying, but make it about us or what's going on in this world or however way, you know what I mean? Like, I freestyle, you know, and that's just my style, you know. I like to do that, you know. So 79 minutes in, you know, I appreciate that. That was refreshing to hear, just to know that, you know, I'm still received out here, you know, and that's what pushes me to say, you know what, man, I got to do more, you know. So, you know, just know I ain't forgot y'all. I ain't forgetting y'all, you know. You know, I have to come back, you know. I just don't know when, you know. I just need some time, you know, just to sit myself down, you know, let me sit down and just, you know, continue to just, rebuild myself. You know what I mean? Just pray for me. That's all I could tell people. You know what I'm saying? Just pray for me. You can always pray. Just give me some strength. You know what I'm saying? Ask God to give me the strength. The power, the grace. You know what I mean? The mentality, the mind frame. Just we say, keep doing your thing, brother. Yeah, that's why. That's why I've been coming out here. It's like, yo, it's not me putting no pressure on myself. It's just me wanting to do a live stream today. You know what I'm saying? And just treat it like every day could be my last live stream. You know what I mean? But not like leaving. Like I'm not gonna leave. Like man, I'm gonna be out here for like in like 10 years on my channel. Like I'm talking about my channel gonna be out here for years. You know what I mean? Like this is always operational. It's just I get to a point where I just need a break from social media. You know what I mean? And I just want to take a break. You know, I want to continue to stay on my break. It's just I don't have to push myself every day. You know what I'm saying? I'll be praying for you, my friend. Thanks, JH. I appreciate it. So yeah, it ain't for me to come out here and convict myself, or for me to, you know what I'm saying, discourage myself. Like it's for me to actually tell the people, man, like I love y'all, like I seriously do, and I want to make sure that I'm making room for this. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to play with the people's emotion. You know what I mean? Like y'all. There's a reason we all supposed to connect. You know what I mean? And I want to make sure that I'm still doing my part for that. It's just gonna be a little slower on the process. You know what I mean? Until I get my footing right. Once I get my feet right, and I feel like I could talk, and I feel like being open. Like right now, I'm still closed off. You know what I mean? Like I'm shy. You know what I mean? Like I gotta work on that. There's stuff I gotta continue to keep doing for me that'll make me ready for this. Like I don't feel like, you know what I mean, like I'm totally ready. You know what I mean? Like I need some time. So I felt like when I made this video, I was gonna make it and say that. You know what I mean? Like I do need at least a month or 2 months. You know what I mean? A couple weeks. You know what I mean? It could wrap over. I try not to let it wrap over to like 6 months to a year. Like I ain't gonna let it do that. You know what I mean? But I need some time to go by, you know what I mean, so that I can set up some stuff and I can, you know what I mean, just work some stuff out, you know what I mean, to get things in order. But I gotta be a certain kind of way out here, you know what I mean, and I need to let God, I need to allow Him to do some things to me, you know what I mean, and I'm just working on that, So I don't expect everybody to understand that, you know what I mean. That's just me, and how I feel about myself, I want to be able to come out here and have positive, feedback, you know what I mean, and be positive and all the rest of that, you know what I mean. But it just take a lot to be on social media, and it's certain things I'm just not willing to do, you know what I mean. Like I'm just really not, especially to get a name. And see, I already got it popping right now. Like I know if I keep going, like I get it up in here really popping. But I don't want that pressure on, boy. Hey. Oh man, it sucks. Here he goes. Kahana is in the house. What's cracking with you, Kahana? Kahana been hearing this the last year. I've been talking to Kahana a lot, and he ain't trying to hear this. He like, man, go back out there, get on your live stream, man. That's your therapy, I thank you, Kahana. He been one of them people that believed in me, you know what I mean? And I feel like I let a lot of y'all down, you know what I mean? And he was one of them, he believed in the music. You say you drinking that Michael O juice, Michael juice? It depends what Michael we talk about, because I ain't drinking none of they juice. Let me just say that. No Diddy. No Diddy. So yeah, man, I was getting ready to get up out of here, but Kahana ain't had a chance to actually join my live streams, you know what I mean? And I know that last live stream I did, in the comments, he said, "Greetings from the Philippines." And I just want to say, man, how was your flight? Welcome you back there. And I'm telling you, man, have a great time. Tell our friends we said what's up, and hit me up. Like you did last time. Like, look, hit me up. Let me know. So yeah, man, it feel good, man, just to see my old friends. I had people come up in here. I had a steady 10, 11 people up in here. It's a steady flow right now, and some people been popping in, popping out. It's just been fun. Listen, you back in Vegas? Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get with you when you come back. When you come back into this country, I see the palm trees. Yeah, I actually like that in the background. It just feels like home. And when I watch the content, like it doesn't bother me my background and stuff like that. Like I'm just outside getting fresh air and it's not hot. It feel good. And it's a lot of different things that it's just like, dang, man, like I love being on the live stream, and then I'm outside, like, I don't need no space, I don't need no area. I could just go do my live stream anywhere, and that's how I have fun. Where's the ICE agents? What was I watching yesterday? Oh, no, I was gonna say it was something I seen with ICE though, but I don't know. I ain't really getting too heavy into it. I'm kind of just like milking the clock right now because it's like I've been done with my live stream. I ain't want to leave. You know what I mean? Like this made me feel good, and I don't know when I'm gonna do the next one. Just because I want to give myself a little bit of a cushion. You know what I mean? With me at least doing like the last 13, 14 videos, you know what I mean? Like, I see myself at least developing a stash of videos just out of nowhere. Um, but I can't struggle on getting back to the live stream. Black ice air filters is my go-to for my whip. Okay, okay, for your whip. BS business, I don't be know what kind of business you be on, you know what I mean? And I just be thinking BS, you know what I mean? Like that business, but I don't know, I guess you come up in here and you be chilling, you know what I mean? So I don't wanna, take that from you, but I'm trying to figure you out a little bit. I'm just gonna be honest. 6 people in the house, I think I'm gonna go to, I think if I, that's an hour and a half. Um, I'm gonna go to a 90 minutes. No, maybe 100. We'll see, cause see, people keep coming in. It's 8 people right there. And I was saying, I was like, man, I probably got to do about 2 hours. You know what I mean? But I can't do that every day. You know what I mean? That's what I know. You know what I mean? So I'm trying. With alkaline water, man, it's just water. I just need to drink some water, especially out here. Just stay hydrated. And then see on the live stream, boy, you get to doing all that talking and you ain't got no water. I don't want to have no cotton mouth out here, have my mouth all sticky and looking all dry. Then that's when they get that stuff right here, you know what I mean, on that Cujo, and I don't want that. So I'm always wiping my mouth and always trying to make sure my mouth is clean, like on the camera. Like I'm just gonna say that because it be some people out there on their live stream, like, man, what? I had to say that because it was this content creator I was watching. I was like, bro, you gonna have to do like this. And every time he said something, I was doing like this. I was, man, you know what? I'm just gonna turn the channel. I'll get back with you tomorrow, because boy. So yeah, with 7 people in the house, man, I appreciate you guys hiding in the background, kind of chilling. I'm gonna get up out of here, man, just because, man, I'm gonna drag on the live stream, and this is gonna be something I'm gonna be watching later. Like, man, I wish I'd have just gone ahead and just ended it. So I'm gonna get out here when I can, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna try my best to do another one this week. I can't promise you. So if you don't see me this week, you know what I mean, maybe you'll see me next week or something like that. Like, just give me some time so I can get some things in order and then set up some shop, you know what I mean, and then, let me continue to create how I want to, and do it how I want to. But y'all see me soon, man. I appreciate y'all for the love, man. Thank you very much. God bless y'all, man. Y'all be safe out there, man. Hit me up if you need some. All right, peace. Keep up the grind. I'ma try to, man. You shout out to you. Appreciate you, BS business. Y'all make sure y'all handle y'all business. Peace.